Vani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. So welcome to our next session on 108 important shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. So we are started it last Wednesday. So we'll have it every Wednesday in spite of festival season, etc. So we started with the first verse of Bhagavad Gita, Dhritarashtra Uvacha, Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre, and we learned something from that. And now we will, today we will do a very important shloka, which is from second chapter, and it is the seventh shloka, seventh verse of second chapter. So we will be discussing on this. I will show you this shloka on the screen so that when I recite, you also can recite. So this is second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, seventh shloka. कार्पण्यदोषोपहत स्वभावः पृच्छामि तं धर्मसम्मूढचेतः यच्छ्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. So this is a turning point, we can say, in the life of Arjuna. And since some of you try to memorize or try to recite this shloka, the shlokas which we discuss in the class, so I will, for the benefit of all of you, I'll recite it once again. You can hear it clearly and then you can also recite accordingly. Karpanyadoshopahat svabhava Pritchami tvam dharma sammudhachetah yachreyasyanishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. So the translation for this shloka is, Arjuna is speaking this shloka. And he says, now I'm confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I'm asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I'm your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. So, Arjuna in the first chapter, we see that Arjuna was guiding, or I should say, instructing Krishna. What was he doing? He was refusing to fight. And while refusing to fight, he gave many reasons. First reason he gave that we will incur sin. Second reason he gave the welfare activities in the society will be stopped. Third reason he gave, what will happen to the women if all the men will die? They'll become polluted and then, there will be unwanted progeny. So then he said we should not do it. So like this, he was giving various reasons. Then in the second chapter, he gives one more reason, and that is indecision. He said, I'm not able to decide. I'm not sure whether if I'll win, that is good, or if I die, if I lose, that is good. So he was, and then at this point, when he had spoken all this, now was the time where he had to turn to Krishna. So Arjuna's condition was like the person who was driving So the one person was driving late night and he got lost. So he was there, but he was circling the same streets here and there, but he did not ask directions. Maybe GPS was not there that time. So he did not ask direction. He was just going round and round and round. So after hours of wasted fuel and frustration, so he finally stopped and he asked a local person, "Sir, can you tell me this address?" And then he said, "Yes, you do this, go from here and there." Within minutes, he was back on the track, or he reached his destination. So what do we understand with this? That he could have asked this earlier, but he was very proud. So his pride kept him lost, and his surrender brought him direction. This is the message of the shloka, which we are going to read, that when we keep ourselves away due to pride from the real knowledge, from spirituality, then what happens is we are always lost. But then when we surrender, when we seek some guidance, then direction comes in life. So every step in this world, we will be perplexed. So therefore, it is very important to approach a bona fide guide, a master who can give us proper guidance. So until Arjuna surrendered, Krishna was silent. See, what happened is these two are friends. Krishna and Arjuna both are friends. They're related also, but at the same time, very close friends. So till now, they were talking like friends. Arjuna was saying, "No, no, no, I'll not fight." Krishna said, "You should fight." He said, "No, no, I'm not going to fight. See, these things will happen. You don't understand." But then now, from this shloka onwards, the relation is changing. So relation is changing for what? The friends, those who are two friends, they are becoming Guru and Shishya, spiritual master and disciple. So Arjuna is accepting in this shloka, in this verse which we just read, that now, till now we were friends. I was treating you as a friend, but now you are my Guru, my spiritual master. I am your disciple. Shishyasteham. Shishya means disciple. So I am your disciple. Please instruct me. So this is a change in the relationship. And that is why when Krishna will hear, he will smile. He'll say, "Arey, till now he was friend, now he's telling, oh, please guide me, I'm your disciple." But until Arjuna surrendered, Krishna remained silent. When after this shloka, then when Arjuna says, "I need guidance," then he starts speaking from 11th verse. But till now, Krishna was not speaking. So please understand, wherever guidance begins, guidance will begin when arrogance ends. So guidance will begin, or guidance begins when arrogance ends. As long as we are arrogant, that I don't need any guidance, I'm okay, I can guide the world. Why do I need anyone else? Then what happens? Then if we remain arrogant, then guidance doesn't come. So we should definitely approach a proper bona fide person who can guide us based on the scriptures. So now in this shloka, it is said Karpanya dosho pahatasvabhava. So Karpanya dosho means miserly weakness. Arjuna was very powerful. He had strength, but he refused to use it for the right purpose. This is called Karpanya dosha. Miserly weakness. Miserly means being conjuice. You have something you're not using. So what kind of miserliness we can have in our life? We can have miserliness of courage. Like you have strength, yet you don't use it for protecting dharma. Arjuna had strength, Arjuna had weapons, Arjuna had training, Arjuna had Krishna, yet he refused to fight. So this is called miserliness, stinginess, as we say in simple language. So to withhold strength when dharma calls is the worst kind of stinginess. So you should not become miser on your courage. Sometimes we become miserly on our duty. We know our responsibility, but we avoid it out of anything, out of some fear, out of some attachment, out of some excuses. So we should not escape our duty. That is miserliness. So miserliness of courage, miserliness of duty. If you escape your duty, escaping duty is poverty of character, not richness of wisdom. So we should be very, very clear that once we have taken to the path, we will do it, we'll perform our duty. Third miserliness is miserliness of the soul. Soul's wealth is to serve Krishna. So what is a miserly person? He has that wealth, but he does not utilize it. So soul's real wealth is service to Krishna. You have that and you're not realizing, you're not using it. That is why you'll be called miserly. Or we should not become miserly in giving Krishna consciousness. When we know that chanting holy name, tasting, hearing Bhagavatam, etc., will benefit others, we should share with others. So one who is miserly, he has everything, but he will not share with others. So please understand, miserliness, karpanya dosho, it is not in your wallet that you are not taking out the money. It is in the heart. So we have to understand that miserliness of the heart, which is called hridaya daurbalya, weakness of the heart. We become very weak or miserly. So miserliness of the heart means narrow-heartedness. When the heart is not fully open to Krishna and his devotees, that is called miserliness of the heart. How do you know that you are miserly at the heart? I'll give you some tips, I should say, to find out whether you have this hridaya daurbalyam, that is, whether you have the weakness of the heart or you're very strong. So we can judge ourselves. I'll give you some tips, I'll give you some things where you can judge yourself. First one is whether we are too attached to upadhis, material designation. I want the name, I want the fame, I want destiny, I want the position. So upadhi. I'm a great preacher, I am a teacher, I am a doctor, I am a leader. These are all designations. Best designation for us is I am Krishna Das, servant of Krishna. So the attachment to upadhis or these kind of material designation is called weakness of the heart. Second is if you have very strong desire to be honored, to become famous, to be recognized, pratishtha, so that also is weakness of the heart. Because we should not be hankering for, if it comes, yes, work like that it is come, but don't hanker for it. Third kind of weakness of a heart is finding faults with others. Finding faults and becoming envious, jealous towards others. So this is also weakness of the heart. Why? Because we start feeling insecure and then we start envying others, we start fault finding in others. So we feel very insecure about our progress. So that's why this fault finding also is weakness of the heart. Lack of compassion. A very important point. How can we say that this person is karpanya dosho, he has his miserliness of heart, or he is very weak at heart? He doesn't have compassion. See, sometimes in the world we see the opposite. We see that if a person is very strong, you say, yes, he's got a strong heart. No, if you don't have compassion, then there is no question of being not having the miserliness or not having the weakness of the heart. And then a fear of surrender. We want to surrender, but then we have very much fear. Okay, no, what will happen? Let me not do it. Let me continue the way I am. So that is also weakness of the heart. What causes the weakness of the heart? Number one, lack of regular hearing. When you don't hear from devotees, then what happens? This weakness increases of the heart. We get attached to so many material things. So lack of regular hearing from devotees. Second is if you're not chanting or you're inattentively chanting, then your mind will not come under control. So then he will take you to different destinations. So lack of regular hearing, insufficient chanting, or too much association of people who are very critical of others, or attachment to material comforts, social social position, etc. So these are the things which causes the miserliness of the heart, makes the heart very weak. Now, what is the solution for it? If we have a weak heart, then what is the solution? So let's try to understand how we can overcome these miserliness of the heart or weakness of the heart, which is very important. So what I thought that if we have to overcome the weakness of the heart, then what we should do? We should have an open heart. So open heart, we'll read about it now. So to overcome miserliness of the heart, develop an open heart. Now what is open heart? We are going to discuss. Open heart means, first of all, openly hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord. That is O. We are going to discuss open heart, OPENHEART. If you want to come out of this weakness of the heart, miserliness of the heart, then you have to understand how to have an open heart. So here, O means openly hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord. Sometimes, for our benefit, for our progress, we should not be concerned about what people think. If we are doing a very good job, if we are doing a very good work, if we are getting engaged with so many nice people, if we are walking on the right path which is leading to Krishna, why should we bother about others, what they say? So openly hear and chant the glories of the Lord because we are doing the highest work. Sometimes people do not like to go on the road. In the house, they will do kirtan like on the road. No, just be open. Openly chant and hear the glories of the Lord. That is the O. Then it comes to P, open heart, OP. P is for prayers. Pray for humility and surrender. We should every day beg Krishna that please let me remain humble. All others may be doing so many things to me, but let me remain humble. And let me lead my life in such a way that I can surrender to you. Then E stands for encourage and glorify others sincerely. Sometimes we see others doing very good things, but then we don't go and appreciate them. We don't glorify them. We don't encourage them. Why? Because we have an envious feeling. To give up this envious feeling, go and encourage and glorify others. And sincerely, genuinely from the heart, not just to make a show off. So that is E. And then when we talk about N, then we have to neglect all those tendencies which are keeping us away from Krishna. So comparison, egoistic tendencies, we have to neglect. So this is open. Abhi, we are going to discuss heart also. So openly hear and chant the glories of the Lord. Pray to the Lord every day for humility and surrender. And then go out when you meet people, encourage them, glorify them, that, oh, you're doing such a wonderful work. And at the same time, you neglect tendencies, egoistic tendencies. Now let's go to heart. Starts with H. Help others progress through compassion. E. Engage in selfless service. So when we do any seva, actually seva means selfless service. This word is not to be used, but we are forced to use because people have forgotten uh, what is devotional service. So we have to engage in selfless service. That's the second thing. And we have to associate with pure-hearted devotees. That is also very important. The kind of association you keep, that kind of mood you will develop. So associate with pure-hearted devotees. And remember Krishna constantly. And ultimately, when we talk of T, trust fully in Krishna's mercy. If we do these things, if we open our heart in this way we just discussed, then what will happen? Then we will be able to come out of those feelings what we have, enviousness, etc., or in general any kind of weakness of the heart. So please remember to remove the weakness of the heart, karpanya dosho. To remove that, you have to have a open heart. That's the solution of it. So here we see that Arjuna, the verse begin with Karpanya dosho pahata subhava. So Karpanya dosho means we just heard how the weakness of the heart is and how we can overcome. And then Krishna says, then Arjuna says, Karpanya dosho upahata subhava. My nature is disturbed now. I have some nature, but right now, subhava means nature. So now it is disturbed due to weakness. So we have miserly weakness, and due to that, I'm disturbed. You should say, my heart, my nature is disturbed. So what happens when you are in this condition? You see, upahat subhava. We understood karpanya dosho, weakness of the heart, and anyone can have it. We also learned the solution. Now the next is upahat subhava. Nature is disturbed. What are the symptoms of this condition? You lose clarity in decision making because your natural intelligence has become clouded. So you don't have clarity in decision making. Arjuna was a Kshatriya, his duty was to fight, but attachment made him argue against Dharma. So that's why, if you want clarity in the life, then you have to think what to do. You cannot afford to have upahat swabhava. Sometimes a person who has this kind of nature, disturbed nature, his behavior becomes contradictory. Contradictory means acting against your own nature. Arjuna was a Kshatriya, he wanted to renounce and become a Babaji. That's not what he should be doing. So that is why we should see that when you have upahata swabhava, disturbed thing, then you also feel you behave in a very contradictory way. And then most of the time you keep giving excuses and justification for your wrong thing what you are doing, and you are not able to act as per the knowledge. You may have knowledge, but you will not be able to act. This is called upahat swabhava. So Arjuna, he admits that I know my duty, yet my nature is disturbed, I cannot act. So the upahat subhava, like we just heard, the symptoms are loss of clarity, contradictory behavior, inability to act, etc. So that's why this upahat subhava, our nature, should be aligned with dharma. When nature, our nature actually shines when it is aligned with dharma, but gets disturbed when captured by attachment. So you have to be very careful with your nature. Always keep it aligned with dharma, with the moral principles, with um, the rules that society has set. But above all, of course, Krishna's desire, what Krishna wants. So then he says, Karpanya doshu pahata subhava prichhami tvam dharma sammudha cheta. Dharma sammudha cheta means Arjuna is saying, I'm confused. What is my dharma? Somebody comes and says this, somebody comes and says, I'm really confused now. Sammudha cheta. So what happens when you become sammudha cheta, when you become confused about dharma? And let me tell you, practically in these times, there are many people who are actually confused about dharma. What to do? Why so many? And people ask also, they are not able to answer. Oh, why you have so many gods? In other religions, there is only one God. And you have, some say 33 crores, some say 33 categories. So then we also get confused because we have never gone to the Shastras, we have not studied. So we also get confused. Yes, this is true. So that's why Dharma Sammudha Cheta means your hriday, your mind, heart, what has it become? It is confused about Dharma. So confusion, what kind of confusion comes in Sammudha Cheta? First of all, we are not able to distinguish between short term and long term good. Like Arjuna preferred peace. Okay, now I don't want to fight, I want peace. But dharma required battle. So sometimes when we should stick. Now here the very important thing is stick to dharma. Choose the long term path, that how things will benefit you in the long term, not just short term. So always there is confusion in our mind about short term and long term. Like suppose you're working somewhere in a company and then you choose a job which is unethical just because it has so much of money. Rather than there was another job where you didn't have so much of money, but it was very honest job. Which one we will choose? If we have this choice in front of us, okay, here is a job, no ethics, nothing. You may have to do a lot of wrong things, but yes, a lot of money is there. But then otherwise, other side, there is honest job, but then you're not getting money. Obviously, intelligent person will choose job with lot of money, but wise person will choose the honest job, even though the money may be less. So please do not look for short-term comfort or short-term goal. Make long-term goal. Don't think, okay, if I have lived today, that is enough. One more day I have lived, that is a great achievement. No, that's not achievement. So understand what are short-term goals and what are long-term goals. Work for it. Go for it. That is important. Second is, if you are not following dharma sammudha cheta, you are confused about dharma, then what happens is you will do over analysis, which is called overthinking. Have you heard this word, overthinking? People are really disturbed about overthinking. What is overthinking? Overthinking is underacting. Go on thinking, this will happen, this will happen, this, but you don't act at all. Arjuna was giving multiple reasons, family traditions, compassion, sin, caste, duty, but no decision. He was just was going on giving reasons. So that's why overthinking is also a symptom of sammudha cheta. Sammudha cheta means confusion about dharma. So that brings overthinking. And when you are facing some inner turmoil, so what happens? There is no peace. So this is also a symptom of sammudha cheta. This is also a symptom where you're confused about dharma. So that's why there is inner turmoil, no lack, no peace is there. Always you're lacking for the peace. And how it is shown, like Arjuna, we read in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was trembling and he was sweating. He kept away his bow and arrow. I'm not going to fight. Why? Because there was an inner turmoil going on. So he was not at peace and he wanted to, no, I want peace. Okay, let me give up everything. Maybe I'll get peace. Like in modern times, how we see this situation of Arjuna, sleepless nights, anxiety, stress. Right now, everyone is facing that. Most of the people are facing that because some mood cheta. We are confused about real dharma, not the dharma which is shown by people. Ki, okay, maybe this is dharma, that is dharma. No, the real dharma. So that we should choose. Otherwise, where heart will always be restless. So heart is restless until it rests in dharma. Then it will become peaceful. So confusion about dharma is natural. We see so many people were confused, and Krishna then clears their doubts. And dharma sammoda cheta, what we heard just now, can be cured if we admit, I don't know anything, Krishna, please guide me. Like Arjuna is doing in this verse. Karpanya doshopahatas. So I should say that we should choose head above heart. Many times we have confusions in life. What to choose? Heart says something and the mind says something else. Head says something else. Rather, I should say emotions and duty. So such situations are there. This is all because of Dharma Sammudha Cheta. So here Arjuna is being guided because Krishna took now the position of a spiritual master. He chastised him. As soon as he took the position, he chastised him. That is the duty of a guru. Guru doesn't come to the disciples because he needs something materially. He comes to the disciple, or the disciple goes to the spiritual master to understand the spiritual knowledge. So when he says Shishyasteham, I am your disciple. So till now Krishna was just listening. Now Krishna will later start speaking. So why these two friends had to change their roles? Krishna could have guided Arjuna just by being a good friend also. So what was the reason that they had to change the roles? They became disciple and guru. A very important reason is that the knowledge does not flow when it is flat, when it is straight. So knowledge in the sense when you are equal, so knowledge will not flow. For knowledge to flow, there has to be teacher and there has to be student. So that they were both on the same level friends, so the knowledge will not flow. So that is why Krishna and Arjuna, they came into this position. So, so that question which is there, that why the relationship changed, because of this reason. So because as long as you maintain ego, instructions will not enter in your heart. So that's why we have to give that up. And of course, Shadhimam Tvam Prapannam. Arjuna is saying, I'm surrendering into you. Shadhimam Tvam Prapannam. So this is the essence. Surrender. Without surrender, advice is just information. With surrender, advice becomes transformation. So we should strive. So what is the meaning of surrender? When we hear this word surrender, we become worried. Oh, how can I surrender? What will I do? I don't want to give this up. I don't want to give that up. So let's have some clarity about surrender. What happens with the surrender? First thing happens is clarity comes in life. You're not confused. You know what to do. You're very clear. You're going on the right path. So clarity comes from surrender. That is an important thing, that we should definitely surrender, because surrender to instructions brings clarity to confusion. We want, if we want confusion to go away, clarity to come, we should surrender, because strength comes from surrender. Big people also need some guru, some higher authority, and then only they can progress. So strength comes, peace comes from surrender, because our all our worry ends. Now we have surrendered to Krishna. But many times this surrender feels difficult. Why? Because surrender is powerful, but it is very hard. What are the reasons that we don't surrender to Krishna? Three main reasons I will give you. Three reasons why we do not surrender to Krishna. Of course, there are many reasons given in the Shastras why people don't surrender to Krishna. Let me give you three reasons. Number one, ego resist. We have that ego. So when we think, I know best, so then why should I turn to Krishna? I know the best thing. That's all. So it is the ego that resists, and you are not able to go towards Krishna. You're not able to surrender. Second is fear resist. Like, you are doing something. What if I lose everything? It's that fear. It doesn't allow you to surrender to Krishna. And sometimes habits, they resist, because many times you see, we tell people, okay, would you like to do it this way? You say, no, I've done it all the time. For years, I've done it this way. I'm going to continue. So there is a fear in them that, I may lose everything. And the third is habit resist. So first is ego resist. Oh, I know the best. Why should I go to this person? Fear resist. Oh, I may lose something, so better not to go anywhere. Let me remain like this. Habits resist. Habits means I've already done like this only. You tell them, okay, Prabhu, can you do it like this? No, no, I have done it like this. I'll continue. Habits do not allow you to surrender. So we should definitely surrender and see to it that all our life we can spend in Krishna's service. So then, after saying this, Karpanya doshupata subhava prichami tvam dharma sammuda cheta, I use these words, and I hope that all of you are understanding, and then whenever you will revise it or you'll hear it again, you'll understand why I spoke. Then you'll say, okay, each word, what is the meaning of Karpanya dosho? Weakness of the heart. Upahad subhava, disturbed nature. Prichami tvam dharma sammuda cheta, confusion about religion. So then Arjuna says that Karpanya dosha pahata subhava prichami tvam dharma sammuda cheta, yat shreyasyan nishchitam brohi tanme shishyasteham shathi mam tvam. I'm your disciple, please guide. So Arjuna was in Kurukshetra, and every day we face Kurukshetra moments, isn't it? When our emotions become too overwhelming and that cloud judgment. So, because of the emotion, you're not able to give proper judgment. We are facing Kurukshetra every day. When duty conflicts with desire, we have to do something, desire, okay, I want to do, but then there is a duty, okay, you have, forget about it. Like Arjuna wanted to just run away from the battlefield, but duty was there and he had to fight. So duty conflicts with desire. So every day we face our Kurukshetra movement. When there is ego, when there is emotions, pride stops us from asking help. So we are in Kurukshetra movement. Arjuna asked for the help, we are not asking. So from Arjuna's example, what can we learn? We can learn that when you are in such moments like, Shadimam Tvam Prapannam, I'm surrendering it to you, or I'm confused, etc. So when you are in that position, so what can we learn? How can we come out of it? Rather, how can we face our Kurukshetra moments? Every day we are facing with a conflict, emotions, judgment, duty, desire, pride, etc. So how can you come out of it? Very simple way. Let me give you 3 steps again from Arjuna's example, that how we can face Kurukshetra moment. I suppose those of you who are hearing will remember all this. I'm going to ask questions right after this. So please be attentive. So every day we are facing Kurukshetra moments. So in such moments, what to do? 3 steps from Arjuna's example. Number 1, accept your weaknesses. Don't deny it. We usually do not accept our weaknesses because we don't consider them weaknesses. So the first thing is, first step out of the 3 steps to handle such moments, Kurukshetra moments, where we are caught up. That should I do this? Should I do that? So this is good or that is good. So what? Accept your weaknesses. Don't deny it. Arjuna accepted. He said, yes, karpanya doshopahata. So I'm suffering with these miserly weaknesses. So he accepted. So first step is accept weaknesses. Second step is seek guidance. Don't isolate yourself. When you're facing your Kurukshetra moment, don't isolate yourself. Seek guidance. That is important. So accept weaknesses, first step. Second step is seek guidance. And the third step is surrender to Krishna. Don't resist. And then see Krishna, what changes he can bring in your life. So how we can overcome this Kurukshetra moment of our life? By reading Bhagavad Gita daily, by consulting your guide for your progress, or by praying sincerely. So we should understand that confusion is natural. We will have confusion. But solution is supernatural through surrender. So strive to surrender to Krishna. And then we can understand that how our life also will change. So this verse, beautiful verse, Karpanya doshupata subhava, Prichhami tvam dharma sammo vicheta, is a wonderful verse. So I suppose all of you are trying to memorize also. Please try, and then you can post a small audio clip of your recitation of shloka. Please do that. It will help you. It will increase your knowledge about Sanskrit. So you try at least speaking one day at least for some time the shloka. So like this, whatever shlokas we are learning. If you keep learning one shloka each week, then very soon you learn entire Bhagavatam. So now Arjuna is there, and Krishna has spoken. Krishna has not spoken and is going to speak. So here he is surrendering. So surrender or accepting guidance is very important. Otherwise, we just keep on in confusion from here to there. So guidance is important. This verse speaks about guidance. As Arjuna accepted Krishna for guidance, please give me guidance. I don't know what is good for me. Give me long term what is good for me. And then Krishna instructed him. So surrender is a very, very important instruction, or the essence of all the instructions of Bhagavad Gita is surrender. And it begins when you start seeking guidance. That is important. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Okay, any questions or comments? I'm happy that some of you are joining everyday meditation session for 15 minutes. Thank you very much. And I also wish you all a very happy Diwali, which I think we will be meeting after Diwali. So I thought, let me wish you today. So a happy Diwali to all of you. And I pray that your festival goes in a very nice mood, proper spirit, and you get spiritually benefited. Thank you, dear, for wishing happy Diwali to you also. Okay, any questions or comments? Anyone wants to say anything? Okay, so all of you are in festival mood. So please carry on and we'll continue next Wednesday. By that time, Diwali will be over. So you all will be free and I'll be happy to again discuss. Now Krishna will start speaking. Next verse, we will take what Krishna speaks. So we started with Dhritarashtra Uvacha. The whole first chapter is about Arjuna not fighting. Half of the chapter is giving reason for not fighting. There are a lot of nice things in the first chapter, signs of this victory of Pandavas, how Krishna is Bhakta Vatsalaha. So all that we learn in first chapter. And now we are on second chapter, seventh shloka. We have learned that what is the importance of the spiritual guidance. And next, we will learn a very important shloka again. So thank you very much. And I feel very honored when I come to this class because all of you are very, very busy, but then you take some time off for this class. Please continue to do so. We'll be very happy. We have made it now a weekly class. Every Wednesday we will be having. Please note it down, put it in your calendar or whatever, wherever, Google Calendar, that it should keep reminding you that every Wednesday we are going to meet for discussing Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Thank you, Hitesh Prabhu. I know all of you are very busy. Hitesh, you must be also very busy with Diwali preparations, but still all of you made to this sessions. Thank you very much. Yes, Hitesh, would you like to say something?
No, no, Prabhuji, just happy Diwali to you, Prabhuji. Happy Diwali and Happy New Year.
Yeah, thank you. Happy Diwali to all of you.
Prabhuji, we are going for yatra to Visakhapatnam and Jagannath Puri.
Oh, when are you going?
ISKCON Vesu. Next
Uh-huh.
day of Diwali.
Okay.
Prabhuji, you going for that Maharaj's yatra?
Yeah, I'm going.
Vrindavan. Okay.
Govardhan.
Govardhan, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there for 6 days.
Great.
यात्रा चलते रहने चाहिए. So enjoy your yatra. Yeah. Hare Krishna, and please be active in the on the group also. I see that there's some questions are asked or some activities. So please be active. Keep participating. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.